Hi, this is Gail and welcome. Today I am going to be sharing with you Roxy's weekly challenge, which are these, and I'll show you what a finished one looks like. But first, I want to show you what I ended up doing with the master board. Remember the master board we made in Roxy's last challenge? Well, I ended up with, I think there are 16 pieces of ephemera, tags and journaling cards. So let me show you. So there's one, and on the back they all use this paper. It's kind of like the paper that you used when you were a kid in art class in elementary school. So there's that. There's that. You can see they have a botanical theme because I do have the botanical altered book that I am still working on. And I hope you are all doing well today. It is a beautiful sunny day here, albeit very windy. So if you hear anything in the background, that's probably the wind. Okay, this is one of my favorites. Check out the purple. Another with my favorite purple. Oh yes, and can't forget a purple butterfly. And you'll notice that I used all kinds of different toppers, but not necessarily ribbon through an eyelet at the top. I just thought it might be kind of nice to do something different. And so I did. Have you ever had to do that? Forgive them even if they are not sorry? It's kind of hard, isn't it? It's very difficult. But sometimes you have to do it for yourself, because if you don't, you get eaten up with anger and ill feelings, and it doesn't work. So do it. Forgive them, even if they're not sorry. Okay, so here's what we're making today, and I have to confess that I kind of got started without you, and then I went, whoops, need to turn on the camera. So, I will apologize in advance for them being partially done. But I set the timer anyways because they take a lot longer than you think. They're very simple. Now, this is what it looks like on the outside. And these are all from digitals. This one is a digital that I believe I found at the New York Public Library public domain. And so I've used several of those, and then the rest are all Rachel's printables. And I did do a little stenciling here on this one. I've already gone through and done the, I'll say it, distressing. Okay, and this is really stiff, but you can see it's got the two expandable pockets there, okay? Now, on the others, I don't think I'm going to glue them in certain places because Rachel didn't, and I see why now. So, but that was my sample. And so sometimes that first one you live and learn with. Now, I didn't have anything but blue and white baker's twine, and I didn't feel like that went so well with this. That's what Rachel used. But I did have this stuff. I have a whole huge spool of it that I've had for years. So I decided time to use it up. Okay? Now, you will notice that on the inside, those were book pages. So the first thing you do is print out whatever you are going to use as your outside for your expandable envelope. That's what she's calling them. Now, this one is one of hers. This one is another one that was from the New York library. This one also is from there. And these are printed on a little bit heavier paper. That might actually be something from Daphne's diary. This is a Rachel one. These are Rachel, you can tell. Okay, so anyhow, I think I did one already. 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I will be lucky if I get through all of those. I know that. So, even though I've gotten a lot done, they take a while. Just saying. Okay, well, I'll leave that one there so we can look at it. Alrighty. So, some of the things you have to do are, first of all, you have to print off your outside for the envelope. Then you want to fold it up and just create an envelope. Pretty easy. For me to give you the dimensions would be kind of a waste of time because everybody's going to have something different. Things to consider are how wide it is, because if you put it in your book this way, you want to make sure that it will fit in the pages of your book. And if what you're using is, let me show you, the normal book height, which we generally use a piece of paper folded over, okay, see, it will fit just fine in there. However, you know, if you're not cautious about that, you could end up with something too tall to fit in your journal. So keep that in mind. Then, on some, I used book pages. This was narrower, so I had book pages that sort of fit. Okay, however, I did not have really large book pages to use for these wider sheets. So therefore, I thought, well, what I do have are some Daphne Diaries pages, and that's usually fairly sturdy paper. So why not? And indeed, why not? So what I would recommend doing next is what Rachel did. And she took her pages and she actually glued using, oops, there we go. Yep, that's what I thought. I think this is about had it. But I'll use this up if I can. Yep, see, it's leaving gloppiness. She used like art glitter glue, I think, which is fine. That one is already no good. I thought if I got anything out of it, I'd be lucky, and indeed I am. And now I have that there, which I don't want. Okay, so got to get that done. And now I'll start with a new glue stick. And I've already set the timer. So we'll see what happens. So we want to glue those so that you open and it's closed at the end, so you have the pocket, right? Now the next thing I'm going to do is just sort of find the center, just very carefully find the center, and in the middle here I am going to do about an inch strip or so of glue. And I'm going to put these two together. And then, whoops, that got stuck there. So these are off now. There, fix that. Okay, make sure that your envelopes are up and open at the top. Okay, now, before I glue those in, my next step would be to go through and round the corners, and I'm using the 1/4 inch on my corner chomper. Not much, okay? Then it's going to be a matter of distressing, because you want to do that before you glue everything in. It's more difficult afterwards. Okay. Okay. I hope everybody is having a beautiful day as well, and that everybody is staying happy and healthy. Towards that end, I have now had my first vaccine shot, the Moderna version. So, I don't know why that doesn't look like I got anything on it. There, we'll fix that. So, March 30th, I get the second one, and I will be glad to have that out of the way, and then 2 weeks later, I'm good to go. So I am looking forward to that day for sure. So, although I will say, I did have my grandson here this past weekend. He spent Saturday night with me, so his parents could have an evening alone for their anniversary. They, of course, didn't go out anywhere. They did get takeout and then watched a movie together, so that was nice for them. And so I was happy for them and happy to give them that gift of time together. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is just, yep, there it went. Just add a little bit of stenciling here inside to jazz it up a bit, you know? Okay, just give it a little jazz and jazz. Okay. So there we go. Okay. So now, let me go like that for right now. So now, the next thing, sticky, that I would do is I will take this, make sure that it is down close to that fold. You see that fold, but not all the way in it. I'm going to give it a little bit of a gap. And now I'm going to glue again in the center. And over here. Again in the center, because this is an expandable envelope. Okay, and so when I go to open it, see, it gives it room to expand when you do that. Could I glue it down here? I suppose I could, Just kind of depends on, do I think I need to? I kind of feel like that's good enough, really. And then if I had to, I could kind of stuff things in between. Okay, I'm going to call that good. Now, here, I'm getting my crocodile. And my grommets, if you will, or whatever you want to call them. And doesn't really matter what I use, I suppose. So back, and let's see here. There are different ones in here. Some are longer than others. So that one's a little shorter. Okay. Now, if I want to be technical and find center, I just fold that a little bit there. I want to use the biggest hole there. If you feel like your paper is too flimsy, then you could add some reinforcement paper along there. Okay, I want the nice side facing out. And then come in there. Ta-da! It's all in nice and fancy. And now I'm going to use the stuff. So up through here. Don't need that much. Let's see here. What do I need? Plenty right there, I'd say. So we'll cut that off. And there we have it. Okay. Now, I know Rachel took hers and on the back put a piece of paper to keep it in line. Oh, I'm mad I got glue on that. I'll get it off later. But I don't think it's necessary. It stays pretty well on its own. Okay, so there's two. Now, to speed things up, it would probably be better if I go through and just, do things kind of in stages, right? But before I do anything else, and before I forget, I'm going to do the corner rounding here. My corner chomper on 1/4 of an inch. Now I need to cover up that little spot that I chomped. And it is a little spot. Okay, so Mixing. Gluing. You know, these Daphne Diaries, they really are nice, sturdy, pretty papers, so not too bad to look at inside if you do see them. So, and maybe you're lucky enough to have big, you know, longer book pages, but I did not. Not right now, anyhow. So, see, I just flicked that out. Okay, let's glue that down the center. Now this one I apparently have already gone through and distressed. So, I'm just going to line it up in here. And you'll notice I don't have it all the way to the edge either. I've left a little bit of a gap. That's totally up to you, what you decide you want to do. Okay, and right there, hole punch. Okay, now, what did I forget? I forgot to do a little bit of this. So, and I need to find that lid that I threw off. Now, of course, doing this is totally up to you. Maybe you don't want to do the stenciling, and that's okay too. I just thought it added a little something something when you open it up, right? Okay, now let's put this in this way. Move this off. Get my chomper. Whoopsie. Okie dokie. Get my piece here. Wrap it around. Boom, there's that. 3 down. Alrighty. I think I'm going to move these up there. And those are all of the ones that are, let's do this one next, because that one's not one of Rachel's either. Let me get the one that fell. And I am looking for, but not finding the lid to that. No clue where that went. Is that weird or what? And I don't want it to dry out, but it's probably gone underneath this cupboard that I work at, this computer cabinet or whatever. Things go under there and are lost forever, I'm just saying. Okay, so real quick while this is still out then, let's go ahead and do this. Does it matter which way we do things? I don't think so. Let's just do it now. And I could use a different one. This just, I thought, went with the botanical idea. And even if I don't do botanical, it's still pretty. Okay, put that up. We'll try covering it with that for the time being. And now let's do our corner chomping. 1/4 inch chomp. Chomp. Alrighty. So let's distress then. And for this, I'm using the brown. So we don't have to do much on the inside, but I'm sure it's not fun watching this, but it is part of the process. Now, in terms of decorating, leave that up to you. However, I will say that I don't think these are going to need much decorating. I mean, that's all up to you. I'm just not sure how much I'm going to decorate them. Let's see, did I get it all? I don't feel like this lip has much, but it does, I guess. It just isn't showing up. So yeah, we are good to go. Okay, so the next thing is, let's glue these together. Top. Go over here off to the side. Okie dokie. Yeah. Okie dokie. And now we want to do down the center. Back here. Now we want to put them in here, line them up. Okay, not on that line, up just a hair. Okay. Down the center. Here, down the center. Oops, there's a piece there. Press it down. Okay, let's see. Yup. Okay, and now find center. Okay. And now okay. This one feels a little bigger. Sometimes the bigger ones give me issues. Yep, see, it doesn't feel like it's... Oh, there, now it feels like it pressed down. You don't always press down the first time. Okay, and now... It's really incredible how much my grandson has changed and become a little more grown up. When he played with a big tub of Legos, he played with them, decided he was done, put them all away, and then put the container away without me saying a word. So, yeah, cute. Okay, here we go. Yeah, let's glue these this time. Let's see, where's the top? Should be up here, but is it? Yep, there's the top. And there's the top. So, let's go over here and do this on the sides first. Okay. I know if you've seen one, you've seen them all. And this has to be a little bit like watching paint dry, but it is what it is, correct? Okay. Cut the corners. Yep, it's just so much fun watching them grow up. He's got his own little sense of humor now, and he just laughed and giggled, and we had a good time. We colored eggs. I figured that he and his folks will color eggs for their house, but I thought, well, let's color them while you're here. So we did, and he enjoyed that. And then with all the leftover dye, because it was one of those kits with the tablets, I ended up dyeing paper. So that was fun. And all the while he played away. It was so neat that he is so independent right now. So that's very cool. Okay, I feel like I got everything. A little scary, but get that kind of ready. Glue, glue, glue. Doesn't matter whether you do the front or the back first, truly. And okay. And yep, our expandable folder there. I forgot to do in here. You guys were probably screaming at me to do it, but hey, it's okay. As long as I caught it. I went to Hobby Lobby after getting my hair done today. Okay, and that is my alarm. That is my time up. Wow, that was 45 minutes, and you see what I got done. So, I'm going to continue working. You can continue watching or not. 'Tis up to you. But I'm just saying, that's how quickly the time goes, huh? I'm going to put that there so I don't get this all over. Anyhow, so yeah, when I went, it was an eye-opener for me because that's the first time I've been in there in, well, probably over a year. and it just seems strange. It seemed pretty busy. So looks like everybody else has just kept on going. And I'm the only one who stopped dead in their tracks. That's how it feels anyhow, and I'm sure it's probably not the case, but you know, it is what it is. So, but it was kind of fun because I haven't been in there in forever. And I found the things that I was looking for, so that's always helpful. So it was all in all a worthwhile trip. I don't know about everybody else, but I always like to have that thing that hangs down inside there when I go to crunch it. Okay. I suppose I don't have to do that green. I could do it brown on some of them. Had I thought of that, I probably would have. So maybe the next one, huh? But, yeah. And then got takeout from Ephemera, yum yum, which I haven't been there to get takeout in same amount of time, over a year. So that was fun too. Yummy soup and sandwich. So there's that one. Okay, so I have 4 left. And I think for the filming, I think I'll cut there. You can see what I've got done. You've got the idea. And I'll finish those off camera. So we have this one. Ooh, we have that one. And that one. And that one. And that one. And you will notice they are not all the same length. Pretty close to the same width, however, but not all the same length. So you need to keep that in mind and look at what book pages or magazine pages that you have that you want to use. I suppose you could even use a calendar, whatever you have. Okay, see, these are different lengths. So anyhow, so totally I finished 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that wasn't even from scratch. So Roxy got like 9 done. So good for her, huh? Great job. So anyhow, thanks for stopping by. That's Roxy's challenge, the expandable envelope. And I hope you got some inspiration and or some information to help you do these envelopes. So until next time, please stay safe, stay healthy, and stay happy. Find your joy and focus on it, and have a great day. Until next time, bye-bye.